In this video, I'm going to be talking about dialect differences. So, I've encountered people who, of course, speak the same language as I do, but the dialect they speak is so different that I can't properly understand them without asking pretty frequently, what's that mean? Or what do you mean by that? Or something like that. Like I know this one guy who's a white guy, and he kind of acts black, like, he's like, what's good, my nigga? And I'm like, hey, what's up? But, so yeah, I think it's impressive when you can have one person who can, like, interchange in dialects. Like, I've spoken to people who, like, when they speak to the kind of people I was just talking about, who are like, oh yeah, my nigga, what's up? They can speak just like that and understand the other person perfectly, and then they can also go back to a more formal dialect, and that's pretty cool. Like, I know some black people who can, like, go into, like, some heavy Ebonic speak that I can not really comprehend much of, and then, like, speak very fluent and clearly. And that's just cool, in my opinion. Because, I mean, you're still only speaking one language, but it's like speaking two different versions of the language. And that's pretty cool. Different flavors of the same language. So yeah, that's just something to consider there. I find that very interesting. You know, the whole dialectal things, that people can adopt different dialects and use them interchangeably. Like, I tend to speak more formally when I'm making some videos. Of course, I want to make sure I'm not losing track of what I'm talking about, so I'm not as consistent as I would be in a normal conversation. But of course, I could also amp up the quality of my speaking patterns, but it's harder to do without having scripted things. But then I can easily talk in a dialect like this, which maybe sounds weird to people who are actually from that area, because they can tell that I'm just kind of mimicking them, but I've, spoken to people who speak like this, and some people in my family speak like this. Not quite as exaggerated, but, and then of course, there's more formal conversation, where you say, a million times, but that gets annoying after briefly. And then of course there's, like Boston accents and things that I can't even do, but sound totally different, like another kind of dialect. I'm sure there's many different kinds of American dialects and English dialect, but it's interesting to see people who can speak different dialects in the same language.